Boom. Oh, what's that going on over there? Right, okay. No, close. Close. You've spoilt my intro. I'm sorry, you haven't spoilt my intro, but what has spoilt my intro was a message coming up on my screen that made me have a look, and I realised it wasn't even that important. It wasn't as important as my intro that I was trying to enjoy, but now got disturbed from. Dog, you're not going upstairs. Wilma, come here. That's it. Hello, everybody. It's Mustard, otherwise known as many other things. But Mustard is kind of what most of you on here will know me as, because that's my name on this channel. And I hope you're all doing rather well. And so I'm going to, first of all, explain that the thumbnail for this is not the same t-shirt. That picture was taken a while back, and it's a very, very, very similar colour, but it's not the same. And the glasses on the head, yeah, that's one of my things, but these are not the same glasses either. These are a brand new pair of reading glasses from Asda, because I forgot mine at work today. And that's where I've discovered something rather interesting and disappointing. You see, we went to Tesco first. And I decided that Tesco is jiffing expensive. Do you know how much they want for the cheapest pair of reading glasses in Tesco? £12 just for generic reading glasses. That is, I think, asking just a bit much. Just a bit much. I'd rather have just gone to work and gone and picked mine up, but I was worried about being late, you see. Whilst in Tesco, kind of thought, everything else feels a bit expensive here as well. I mean, I've not been there for ages, so I haven't really noticed particularly, but very, very disappointed. Now, where was I? What was I going to talk about? Excuse me, there's a cough coming. That won't stop me from hearing it, will it? I do apologise, but about 3 weeks back, I ended up with some sort of lurgy, which saw me being able to do nothing for about 3 days. And it's lingered on and lingered on and lingered and lingered like something that you wish would just simply go away, but haven't quite found the words to persuade it. It's still here, making me all bunged up, making me unhappy, making me miserable. Look how miserable I look, eh? That's that. That's that indeed. Anyway, so what was I going to say? Yes, that's it. This is the first live stream I've done in what, 6 months? Something like that. It might even be more. Or it could be less. Either way, take your pick, because it's going to be one of them. It's very, very unlikely to be exactly 6 months. So I apologise for anyone who likes live streams that I do. And I don't know who you are any longer, because, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't sure where it was going. This channel is a bit of an odd one. This channel is basically my cast-offs. That's the word. Cast-offs from the other channel called Project Nigel, which I'm sure there are people who are subscribed to this channel that don't even know about the other channel. Anyway, with other kind of commitments and stuff like that, etc., recently, it's been a bit difficult to keep this one going as well. So only recently I managed to post 2 short videos where I'm doing things. And I've got another one on the way. I've got another one. If you saw what I did Pesto Ranson, which is pesto, dedicated to Esther Ranson. And then chili connolly, which is my own chili sauce, which I'm going to tell you right now, it's not chili sauce, chili paste. I've used it loads. It's been a really good idea. And it's definitely a winner that I shall be doing again. But next, not olives, but the olive jar. And as we can see in there, soaking are lots and lots of mustard seeds. I've made mustard a few times before, but I've never been entirely happy with it. This time I will be. In fact, I've got the mistake I did make. Actually, this is really daft. You won't believe this, but this is what I did. I filled this jar up with mustard seeds and then soaked it in water. And then what happened? It's trying to escape, isn't it? Because obviously the mustard seeds soak up the water and then they try and get out the top. So way too much. That is half a jar. Probably less than half a jar. Now, very glad I told you that, aren't you? That's the next thing coming, which we'll go call it pat mustard. Yes, pat mustard. And once I have pat mustard, I shall sieve some of the bitty bits off to make more like a Dijon mustard, and I will use that to make my very own Simon mayonnaise. I've made Simon mayonnaise before, but I didn't call it Simon. I've made mayonnaise before and it didn't work out that well. This time, it will do. I've got more experience. I've got skills. What are you going to do about it? Now, what I'm going to do about it is have another slug of this coffee and then see who's joining me here today, because it looks like quite a few of you are actually here, and that's always rather jolly to know. My old tradition when I was doing live streams was if I get to 27 likes, I'll have a beer. And tonight is going to be exactly the same, 27. That's the magic number. I don't know why it's 27 and not 42, because obviously 42 is my favourite number. How long shall this live stream go on for? What should we talk about? Well, don't you worry. If just reading comments out and jokes or whatever happens to spit your words out, man! Popple out. I've written a couple of suggestions on the board. I'll end up doing those. Now, I have my tablet here where I can read comments from with my glasses on, which I have right now. And let's go right the way to the top, and we'll follow the light was the first one here, followed by me, followed by Peter P and the Greenwood and the Steekulg and Tonic. Who else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Well, only a actual message from Follow the Light that says, "Hello, Mustard. Overnight, the clocks go back 1 hour. How many timepieces do you have to be manually changed? 7 in my home." Well, none. I reckon that's the answer, because my time is understood from my mobile phone that does absolutely everything else as well. This that I'm speaking to you from right now is my mobile phone. It is a Samsung S23 Ultra. I've had it for about a year and a half, and I do all my video on it, and I keep a check on time with it as well. It's a marvelous thing. Oh, marvelous. I know what time it is at any time of day because of this. Isn't that brilliant? There's a one on here on the cooker. You don't need to look at that, do you? There's a clock over there, just a normal clock. Possibly that could get changed. There's a timer on the lights on the fish tank, but I don't think they're going to be too bothered about what time the light goes on and off. So that might be it. What about the car? Yeah, that's manual. I know that. In fact, all of them will be. But do you reckon I'm going to go around the yard changing all of the timey clock things in the cars just so they're correct? No. Excuse that burp there. Oh, these haven't adjusted to my head just yet. So whilst they might be the right kind of length, the pointy ends are just a bit too close together, which means poke yourself in the eye if you're not careful. Which means the way of bunging your reading glasses onto your bonce would be more like from the top, like that. There we go. Safety information. What more could you be asking for? Rover Joe! Rover Joe is here. I haven't seen Rover Joe in ages, and Rover Joe was one of my first YouTube friends. I can't remember whether I knew Rover Joe before doing YouTube or whether it came afterwards. But on the subject of that, today is I was going to name this live stream after the celebratory thingy that I'm going to be doing on my other channel of 5 years. As many digits as I'm holding up, 5 years of making videos on PN. But I'm not. No, I'm going to do something on there, but it might be a couple of days. It's going to take quite a bit of organisation. Anyway, lovely. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Rover Joe. Casper, the live stream mod. Do you know who Clint Eastwood? Do you know who Clint Eastwood? Do I know who? I know who Clint Eastwood is. Yes, I do. And, right. Hello, everyone. And hi, Mustard. What a star. What a lovely thing to say. I'm sure that is meant as a very nice thing. Thank you. Also, so asks Casper. Now, I'm sure I know your name, but I can't remember what it is. I can't remember. Also, how old should you be on the live stream because I can leave? Let me know if that's too loud because I'll just be taking the microphone off every time I do myself a cough. And if anything happens that amuses me, I'm going to end up coughing more, aren't I? Now, come on. Give me some likes so I can have myself a beer. I don't know. Really, I prefer adults, to be honest, but some younger people have enough grown-up stuff going on that they can understand the kind of nonsense I'm talking about. Yo, Mustard, what's popping, my G? Says Avin Ashit. Oh, well, nothing's popping at the moment, and hopefully nothing will be popping until much later on. But I'll be off the live stream at that point. And Mark Passad is here as well. Good evening, Captain. And good evening, chat. Isn't that polite? Aren't we all polite to each other on these kind of things? And don't you think that's a good idea? Shouldn't we all be polite, eh? Yes, we should. I'm at Stitch Land here, baby. You good twin. Now, I don't know what that means. You good twin. Maybe it's some sort of code for something else. I don't know. Maybe I could make it part of my task today to figure that out, amongst all the other things I might try and do. But I don't know what you mean. And Batman Rubin is here. Oi, oi, people. Oi, 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 oi. You're okay as long as you don't disrupt the chat to Casper. Thank you, Greenie. Are you wearing the socks? Asks Peter. What? Right. Hang on. This is going to happen, isn't it? One thing that happens on my live streams when I do them is we always end up talking about somebody else, don't we? Yeah, that Jeremy Clarkson lookalike. So, because I don't really have the time to be on his live streams very often these days, I can be way behind with all sorts of information, so you can be having a right jolly good laugh behind my back, and at my expense as well, if you like. See, these glasses really do need a bit of... You can't just tug them apart, though, because you break them. And I don't really want to break them, do I? Oh, just a judge. Oh, judge. That's Julie. Hello, Julie. Hello. Welcome, Julie, to this, so judge. Hey up, Captain. What is the age rating to be on the live stream because I can leave? Asks Casper again. There isn't one. It's not going to be anything really inappropriate on this. There might be the occasional hint at a swear word, the occasional gripe about something. I'll try not to be political, of course, because that just divides people. In fact, actually, I think about this quite a lot. Yeah, on Facebook, you see this division between people all the time. Everyone getting at each other all of the time, and it just makes me think. This is exactly why I've never been one or the other. Straight down the middle and observe things from both sides. It's a bit like being on a plane. You've got left wing, you've got right wing. If you've got too many people on the left wing, the plane's going to fly into a mountain. And if you've got two people on the right wing, it's going to hit those buildings over there. There's your moral dilemma. Which one do you want to crash into? So you end up people in the middle who can have a balanced approach and a balanced opinion and actually explain things to either side, a moderator, if you like. That's the best way to be. Then you can be friends with everyone. And that's what I like. Made me feel all lovely and warm, that has. The play buttons there from Stitch. Rainbow wands. Sheba said, any chance of cooking one of them fish in the tank? Whilst he hung at Kulga. Steacle. Go. I'm sure your cat isn't really too bothered about whether the fish are cooked, are they? These fish are way too expensive for that kind of thing. Pop yourself down to Morrison's and you can get yourself, well, you could get yourself a lovely big chunk of salmon for the price of one fish that's still swimming around. And the advantage is that you don't have to watch it keel over whilst your cat eats it. Why can't, right, what I need to do is the glasses, they could do just being up and down. A bit like a welding helmet, I think. So, for reading comments, for talking about comments, for reading comments, for talking about comments. You get the gist, don't you? Of course you do. I'm on all messages, are you? Now that's something that I always forget to do. So, where do I do that now? I don't know. What's else? I've got some crowns coming up there. Some crowns. I can't see where it says that now. Oh, the balls. Is it that one? There it is. I've got you. Yes. I probably haven't really lost anything. I haven't missed anything particularly significant. My summer, I went watching westerns. I quite like. Ah, right. I see. That's why. At least that's why. Oh, hang on. And back. I've definitely missed a few then, haven't I? Please don't ask again. I have replied to you. The fact that you're still posting is because I'm allowing it. Don't read my comments out like Boaty does, says Steve Culg. I won't read them out like he does, because otherwise it'd be, don't read my comments out like Boaty does, like that. And then you'd have to put up with one of my impressions of him that nobody needs to hear. Today I started to refurbish 2 alloy wheels, says Batman Ruin. I got off eBay with some winter tyres. No, that's rather cute actually. But you need 2 more though, don't you? You need 2 more, you need 4 on your car, unless you're chancing it with 50% of the wheels that you normally would do. Casper, I think we probably all know who Clint Eastwood is. I mean, he is one of the most famous actors for westerns there is. Possibly the most famous man for westerns. So the answer is going to be yes, I reckon. How would a shit say is odd? I know who Boaty's secret banker. Yeah, I do, say Steve Culk. Well, and that's interesting, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe nobody else needs to know, because it is a secret, isn't it? The secrets are supposed to be kept as secrets. Steve Culk. Sheba's minted. Stop making a spectacle of yourself, says Aid Braid. Well, I'm trying not to make a spectacle of myself, but I have no choice. It's just simply what I do, I reckon. Or a testicle. Yeah, or a testicle. Congrats on 5 years of Project Nigel Channel, says Greenwood. And that is worthwhile standing up to do a little dance with. Are we ready? I'm going to do it over here though, so you don't have to watch. You don't want to watch me having a dance, do you? No, you don't. There you go. That's over and done with. Hope you liked it. I would say the fact is you don't know what you're missing. You don't, because you didn't see it, because I did it over there. Oh, thank you very much, whoever's unliked this live stream after already liking it. You want to make sure I don't get to my 27, don't you? Follow the light, says good for you, Mustard. Time automatically changed in phones and devices. I'm old-fashioned with watches, central heating and alarm clocks. Now, imagine if you had so many devices around your house that by the time you've changed them all, it's time to change them back. How many devices would you actually need? I mean, given that you can't possibly spend all of your time changing the time on a clock, but just some of it. Say, maybe you could dedicate an hour each day to changing the time on each clock. How many clocks would you need in your house for it to be, 6 months later, having to change them all back again? That's probably the point where you wouldn't bother. I wouldn't. Oh, Black Lines is here. Hello, Black Lines. Only 5 years? I thought it was longer than that. I must have been around quite near the beginning. All I remember is a rather rusty SD1. Well, yeah, the SD1, which has actually been... Oh, wow, the SD1 has been gone over a year now. Imagine that. Over a year. Doesn't feel like it. But it was in the yard for a couple of years. No, actually, the channel has been open for a lot longer, but I just didn't do anything with it. I can't remember why I opened it up, but I just had because Nigel isn't my first YouTube channel. I've got a couple of others that I did from about 2008. So I opened this one up for some reason. I can't think of what it was, and just never used it. Besides, put in a quick clip of a plastic spider wrapped around the axle on the Mercedes C-Class that I had at the time that I didn't put on there. And it just amused me that it was there. So I put this little video on there, and that was it. Then 10 years later, or what if it happened to me, I started to use the channel, because I could do. All right. I'd still say it's 5 years rather than 13. I should be awarding that to somebody, shouldn't I? Who's going to get that? Jimmy Quinn. Welcome. Welcome, Jimmy Quinn. Mick Jagger's SD1. No, it wasn't Mick Jagger. Oh, did Mick Jagger have an SD1? I very much doubt it, really. No. My socks have nothing to do with Boaty. Just my feet. That's more secret talk again then, isn't it, eh? You don't get glasses on Boaty's stream. No, you don't. He doesn't wear glasses, even though he probably needs to do. There's no way that his eyes are any better than what mine are. I mean, come on, they're not going to be, are they? They're not going to be. You do get thongs, though. We could have thongs on this channel if you really wanted to do. I mean, I'm just as easily swayed. I am, honestly. I'm not so proud that I wouldn't bung a thong on just to try and placate my audience and make them feel sorry for me or anything like that. Yeah, I'll do it. You want me to do it? Sure, don't be challenging me, because you know what'll happen. Where did that come from? Just the one. All Things Alex is here. Well, All Things Alex, congratulations on owning a Rover 75 and welcome to the live stream. What was that in the jar? It's just mustard seeds, right? Okay. It is mustard seeds. You can't really, well, actually, you can see better if I turn it around that way. And water and salt, and I'm not sure if there's any vinegar in this one yet. Well, there'll be a lot more, and it would be tomorrow probably. I'd do it now, but it's a bit noisy. I'm going to liquidize that. Liquidize it, spend ages with the old hand blender, and then stick it through the sieve to get rid of the shells. So then you just end up with a nice smooth mustard that comes out in the end. That's what it is. Mustard doesn't make you fart. At least I don't think it does. Lots of things make you fart that you wouldn't really... Lots of things make you fart that you wouldn't think wouldn't. Do they? Oh, I don't know. That brings me to a question. What would you prefer to have? And answer this seriously. Answer it with an actual answer, or with a joke, or whatever you like. Serious question. What would you prefer? Diarrhea or constipation? I'll come back to that in a bit. And Follow the Like says, any new fish added to the tank in the past 6 months or any deaths? Well, I'm afraid both. I'm afraid both. You see, I'm going to show you. I'll show you. In the tank that is actually ever slightly overdue a bit of an algae scrape, we still have the torpedo barbs. 5 of them. They're happy. We still have the silver dollars. 2 of them. They're happy. We still have 1 penguin tetra. The rest of them gone. We still have a rummy nose. The rest of them gone. Whatever else was there at the time, last time you were here, are not here now. Which is a shame, but they don't really last forever. New additions though are, if you have a look, you'll see lots of little orange ones knocking about. These little orange fellas here, they're much more friendly. They're basically barbs. I can't remember what the yellow barbs, marmalade barbs, not really sure, and 4 rosy barbs. They're new. They're all new. I always liked a rosy barb because they're friendly. I like a friendly fish. And now I've got hair in my mouth. Thanks for the question. Ask questions as you wish. You know, you may as well do. Didn't some of the fish used to join us in the chat? Oh yes. Yeah, I did one of those live streams where I just taped my phone to the fish tank. And I did tape it to the fish tank so there wouldn't be any kind of reflection from the rest of the room. And I plugged my microphone into it, but not this part, so you couldn't hear any conversation going on. Because that wouldn't be necessary. Click the like button. This man needs a beer to stop that cough, says Greenwood. Thank you. Thank you for reminding everyone that that's what you should do. There are other things you could do. Now, I know this channel's been a little bit on the slow side recently, but I've had a bit of catching up of things to do. And my motivation, my inspiration waned ever so slightly whilst trying to deal with a bunch of other things. But it's coming back. It's coming back. You can tell, surely, that I'm capable of making things out of nothing. And so there will be more videos popping into this from now on. So it won't be a complete waste of time sticking around and even becoming a channel member, should you wish. I'm not going to force anyone or talk you into that. That's just a choice thing. You can be a channel member and it only costs 99 pence a month. That's not much, is it? I mean, collectively, if I had 1,000 people doing that, I wouldn't have to worry about things so much, but I'm not really expecting that's going to happen. But it's a choice, okay? It's a choice. And I will be exceedingly grateful for anyone who does that, or indeed presses like on this live stream. So thank you, Greenwood, the planet Greenwood, for pointing that out and making it clear that that is indeed something you should do. Peter P says 27 likes needed. It's not much, is it? I've got 27, I've got 26. Oh, and you know what? I might just get there before I even finish off this cup of coffee. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Also, before too long, there's a fairly good chance. 27, yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the 27 likes. I'm going to glug down a beer. There's a fairly good chance we might get a bit of company down here before too long. And I've said, don't interrupt too much is what I've said. You know, I don't mind them being down here, but, you know, keep a lid on it. Don't get too excitable. See whether that happens. Jimmy Quinn! Jimmy Quinn is here. Hello, Jimmy Quinn. Well, actually, I know you're here because I basically gave you my gas before, didn't I? Jimmy, I won't tell. You don't even need to mention it, Steecle, but you have to. Never mind. Hello. People are saying hello. I enjoyed that dance, says the Greenwood. That's excellent. The dance that you couldn't see, and that's probably why you enjoyed it, because you can't really get disturbed by something you don't understand. Thank you. That makes me want to do more, if I'm honest. Who did that? Says Mark Prasad. I don't know. You don't get this on Boaty's World, says Peter P. I don't know what it is you don't get on there. There are lots of things you don't get on there. For one thing, this configuration of the vertical rather than the horizontal live stream. When I started doing the vertical live streams by accident, but as it goes, you're more likely to have new people coming in. It often doesn't really make any difference whatsoever, but I think I prefer it because it feels a bit closer. But whereas if you got it on landscape, that you become a lot smaller. So this is about the right distance, I reckon. We all have our different reasons, don't we? I don't know why I'm even explaining it. I wish the clocks went back 20 years, says Jimmy Quinn. Wouldn't that be interesting, wouldn't it? But it couldn't happen every year, could it? Because I mean, we'd be constantly in the negative with time, and it would. What a confusing idea. Going back 20 years, just once or every year. Let's be clear. Let's be clear about that. Because then the older you are, the further back in time you actually live. Does it go back for everyone, or just you? I don't know. He just did a Celia. Celebrity traitors. Oh, Baldrick is here. First time on the live stream, and I'm threatened with thongs. I know, it's despicable, isn't it, really? Thank you, Baldrick. Oh gosh, is November pants to mustard then? Oh, look at that. Well, thank you very much, Tonic. That deserves a dance that you can't see. Whilst I'm over here, why not do the do? And now I can say thank you to Tonic because you've paid for half of this beer. That is worthwhile celebrating. Not only have I got the amount of likes I desire, but I've got a beer paid for me. Excuse me 1 second. Excuse me. I'll be honest. A beer is nicer when it doesn't cost as much. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much indeed. The question is, I'm a bit out of touch of doing live streams, and honestly, I don't really know how well I'm going to cope with it, with time and stuff, and whether I'm going to burn myself out in 10 minutes or not. But I'm not sure how long to go on for. There they are. What time Boaty starts? Because what I always have done is when I've done these, make sure that I finish before he starts. Because you people who like to watch live streams, you do need a break. You can't just watch them all day and all night. Right, where have we got to? I apologise. I did just scroll down to the bottom then to celebrate the thing there. And that's where we got to. Need going forward. Yes. Gosh, it's November punts down. First time live stream. Yes. Baron is here. Baron. And then hello. Dinosaur Dad is here as well. Dino Dad, all the way from Australia. Greetings, Captain. How the devil are you? 7:30 on a Sunday. Imagine being up at 7:30 on a Sunday and watching this nonsense. Cheers. I don't think I'd do it. I'm going to tell you about this beer in a moment. God, it smells like cleaning products. It's so citrusy and piney. It's just, I'm excited. This is an excellent beer. Really, really good beer. Not just proper job, big job. It's like proper job, but a bit stronger, with more hops and more, fermentation. I'd say. Baldrick answers the question, which is good. And the question was, what would you prefer? Diarrhea or constipation? And that's not you know, the kind of question that you would get asked very often. That's why I give you a bit of time to think about it. IBS, that covers the arse, covers both arse-related issues. Well, thank you for your honest answer there, Baldrick. Mustard barbs. Yes, you could call them that, I suppose. And may as well do, yeah. Rather have the squits, get it all out, lol. I'm beginning to regret this question now, but, you know, I put it out there. And what am I supposed to do? Just put it out there. Just put it out there. Dad. Follow the light says diarrhea and Timu. Diarrhea. I think that's what you're saying. Timu full pants. My preference, just like Donald wears. Thank you for that. Simone is here. Hello, Simone. Hello. Simone says, hello, Mustard. Good to have you. It's just really, really good, guys. Really good. Everybody welcomes Simone. Oh, they have done. Right. Still trying to meet you in the yard one day, says Baron. Now, have we had a conversation about this before? Forgive me for not knowing all the conversations I've had. I struggle to remember them all, of course, because my memory's not that good. Either though I'm having an awful lot of conversations with people about people turning up and stuff like that. So I'm not sure when that conversation was. That disappeared again. They disappeared again. Sorry about this. Right, there we go. Oh, hippie headmistress is here as well. Good evening. Boaty's faster than you with reading the comments. Yeah, that's because he doesn't read them. Andrew Buttygig is here. It says, hello, Mustard. Hello, Andrew. Hellos. Javid Rashed. D for duck. Yeah? Yeah? No. Yeah, why not? D for duck.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, are you saying hello to... That was quick, wasn't it? Steve, fancy seeing you here, says hippie headmistress. And indeed, yes. Hi, everyone. Don't know who's in, but a big hello to you all, says Andrew. No bad jokes tonight, asks hippie headmistress. You know what? That is down to you. Very much down to you. In fact, who wants to take charge of finding some bad jokes for me to read out? That I will. I love to give things a mark out of 10. It's just my way of... Well, if I give you a mark out of 10, that's the feedback that I'm comfortable with. Everybody understands a mark out of 10, don't they? It's just the easiest way of doing it. So go ahead, tell some jokes. Makes it easier for me. 2.3 C in Todmorden. Oh, what, really? We were out about an hour ago, and it was down to about 6. Hang on, are you talking about 2.3 centigrades or 2.3 something else? 2.3 cc. I don't know. No, yeah, and that's where our friend Tonic became a channel member, and thank you very much for that indeed. Oh, welcome to the channel. As we go standard shipping. Tonic did a nice thing. Yes, he did. Oh, you're going to bed? Okay. Lots and lots of things that I don't need to read out. 160 minutes to Boaty's live stream, says Peter P. So that means he's doing his usual 1 at 11. Can't always tell. Sometimes he does them earlier. He doesn't. He's like a machine on his live streams, though, isn't he? If he gets in earlier, he'll just do them and just keep on going, like almost forever. Maybe there's. Do you know? Every time, maybe there's a duplicate of Boaty, and every time he wanders off to go and do one of his things that you're not allowed to show on YouTube, back comes the Boaty stand-in. So they just keep swapping over. 2 Boaties. That's what's going on. That's how he has the energy to do it. Get some tips from Boaty. He's pro at doing these live stream doings. I know he is, because he does them all the time. I'm not saying I need any tips with it. I don't need any tips, do I? Nice head on it. It is a bit, I suppose. It is. It's gone down a bit now. The trouble is I poured it out just a little bit too vigorously. What's ahead? You all look familiar, says Jim Bob II. I think that's probably true. Something's about to pop out. Oh dear, oh, there we go. Andrew Buttigieg. Help yourself to a lovely methane nugget. Let's foam the bath. A bath will be nice now. Oh, right. Let's skip through some of these here because I look when I pass sometimes. Ah, right, I see. Right. Well, I mean, that does happen quite a lot. Today, actually, I did a post on Facebook about really cool cars because a while back, when I still had a 418 Tourer, looking out up Kiln Lane, and what went past was a Volvo 240 Estate. And I just thought, oh, I want to be in my cool car, because it was going to go home in something else. And it was that, just seeing this old Volvo go up the road, that made me think, no, I'm taking the Rover back home. I want to be in that. That's what happened. But today, I was just about to leave and an SD1 went up the road, an SD1 V8. I could smell it from the 30 feet away I was from it, whatever it was. And I knew it was coming from the roundabout, so I quickly pulled my phone out to take a picture, didn't quite get it. But as it went up, I had a beep, beep, like that. Obviously knows people either take pictures of it or does actually know me. One or the other. I look when I pass some time. That's where Melanie is here. Hello, Melanie. And hello, Melanini. So I presume that's the same Melanie that frequents Boaty's live stream. Well, that's interesting. Welcome. Welcome indeed. I thought it's a chicken then. Mustard, are you and the children enjoying half term? Well, that officially has only just started because it's Saturday. Yesterday was still a school day, if you can call it that. Next week, I'm off. I am going to definitely enjoy it because, I mean, I'm going to make no secret about it. It's stressful. It's annoying. Some of the time, the home teaching thing is, is really good. I really enjoy it when I get everything right. And then other times it could be a bit annoying. Hello.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. What are you two doing now?
Can I draw on here?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
As it happens, they're going to join us now as well. But they promised that they will not be making any more Michael Jackson noises.
No, I didn't.
Yep. No, Mark Prasad, kind of just to be easier this time, but no, I'm not following any rules, I don't think. Mark out of 10, is the teacher coming out in you? Yeah, but I've always done marks out of 10. That's how everybody understands things, isn't it? Surely. Must be. If you don't understand the mark out of 10, then you don't understand whether something's good or not. Oh, here we go. Brilliant. Looks like a joke coming your way. Maybe the first of many. Must be warm in the mustard house, says Steve Culg. Well, it's 17 degrees. That's warm enough, isn't it? Do you think it's warm enough? Do you think it's warm enough?
Okay.
Okay, right, that's a good answer. Very good, interesting answer. Tells you an awful lot about how seriously that question was taken. It feels quite warm in here. Yeah. But also, I mean, the thing is, if you're doing this kind of thing where you're talking and you're talking sort of constantly and trying to keep your brain going, that's an awful lot of energy being used up that makes you warm anyway. So the first joke. It looks like it's in two parts. It's going to be making it a bit awkward to actually understand this then. What do you call a fish wearing a tuxedo? Now I've got to go looking for the answer. Oh, sophisticated. That's the quietest this house has been all day. 4 out of 10 for that one. Follow the light says, what's the purple crown all about? The purple crown, you mean the fish tank? It's just the light. I need a bit of topping up of the water as well. My Project Nigel mug is now full of tea, says Dinosaur Dad. I keep forgetting other people have got these things. And t-shirts and other things like that. Not quite enough though. You could do with selling a whole load more of them, I reckon. Hello, hello. Right, okay. Hooked on Classics. Simone. What was that?
Who was my lip balm?
All right, we'll pick it up then. Simone says there were 2 accidents today. I was in Georgia. I was in Georgia having a poo-related one whilst holding her. Second was my phone in the dressing gown she pooed on. Didn't think I put it in the wash. Well, hang on. I'm going to have to figure this out. Did your cat poo on your phone whilst it was in your dressing gown, and then you put the dressing gown in the not the tumble dryer, in the washing machine? Is that what that is? Baldrick's got a joke. What?
Go upstairs, Wilma.
But no, Wilma's not going upstairs. She doesn't belong up there, does she? Baldrick's got a joke. What?
She's going upstairs.
She's not supposed to be going upstairs.
No, we'll take it back. We'll take it back in a second.
Yes, please. Why did the squirrel fall out of the tree? It was dead. Why did the second squirrel fall out of the tree? Peer pressure. Why did the third squirrel fall out of the tree? It was stapled to the second one. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that rather very, very silly joke indeed. I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. Do more if you want to do. Boaty 11:30 tonight, apparently. Well, that's ages off, isn't it? I can't stay until then. Like I said, I'll do an hour, and then I'll admit, you know, it's this is quite exhausting doing this kind of thing, and I don't want to outstay my welcome. Sophisticated. Is it James Pond diet? Oh, right, I see. I think everybody understood Simone more than I did. Cat poo, cat poo, cat poo. Methane, nug, nug. Phone in the washing machine is bad. Of course it is. You need to pay attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. Oh, my brother did something like that once. Oh, I know what it was. Yes, I know what it was. Many, many years ago, like sort of 30 odd years back, something like this. My brother went for a shower and he was unaware that I think my other brother, the cat had done a crap in the bathroom, and rather than just picking it up, tried to wipe the cat poo up with a towel, which isn't really the right thing to do, is it? Not at all. But Dave, my other brother, completely unaware of this, had a shower and then picked the same cat poo towel up and put it all over his face.
Did he actually?
Yeah, it's true. Actually, there's an awful lot of things I could tell you about Dave that will utterly disgust you. And I'll save that for when you're not here, I think. I'm afraid for the calendar, its days are numbered. Very good, very good. That is a really unbelievably terrible joke. I'm going to give that one a 2 out of 10 because that really is truly awful. Congratulations for that. Who else was it that used to do the jokes? It was Diane. Was it Diane that used to do the jokes? Prefer the slotted spoon myself. The trouble is, if your phone was switched on at the time, it could kind of ruin it, couldn't it? Let's hope it wasn't switched on. No. Tonic is as common as muck, apparently.
Mukbang.
Mukbang?
Yes.
Friday was teacher insert day, says follow the light. So children, not at school. You missed a trick. It's not the same everywhere though, is it? Oh, you're from, yes, you are right, you're Stockport, of course. Dinosaur Dad says, did you know December the 10th, kids under 16 can't have social media here? Nope, I didn't know that. Well, I mean, I thought it was kind of a bit like that everywhere, really. I thought you had to be 13 before you get on Facebook for a start. Stockport Legend is a proper title. 21 degrees here wherever Jimmy Quinn happens to be, so he's obviously not in the UK. Where are you, Jimmy Quinn? Let me have a guess. Morocco.
South Korea.
Won't be South Korea.
It might be.
It could be the Philippines.
South Korea.
It won't be South Korea.
It could be.
It's not going to be South Korea.
Why?
There are a couple of teachers that I'd like to have insert back in the day. What do you call a dolphin with thongs on its head? Asks Steve Kulg. A mermaid, Diane. Eh? Diane. A mermaid, Diane. What do you call a dolphin with thongs on its head? A mermaid, Diane. I really am missing that one. Maybe that's another one of these in jokes from the big man's live stream. Thank you, the Greenwood merch for Project Nigel can be found here by clicking on the blue link. I bet nobody does it. Oh, go on, dare. Go on, dare. Go on, somebody dare to buy something. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't.
Yeah?
Mustard must not be able to see the purple crown. Ah, right, I see. Must not be able to see the purple crown next to my live chat. Ah, yes, okay. That's what it is. Well, that's another relatively new thing. I mean, YouTube and Facebook, I don't know about Instagram so much, but they always seem to bung in these new features everywhere. Like all the time they're changing something. It's like to throw you off your guard or balance or whatever it is they want to throw you off the ship. And I always end up quite a way behind. So I have seen these before, but because I wasn't paying that much attention, I don't know what it's all about. It's like this other new thing of hyping videos. Apparently that's a big thing now. And I've had a look myself to see where it is you do it, and I haven't even seen anywhere that you can do it with anyway. So it does seem a bit of an odd one. As long as you like them, as long as you leave comments, I'm happy with that, to be honest. So yeah, Diane, follow the light is number 1 from probably that. I think that means the person who's contributing the most to the live stream. Is that right? I think it is. The purple crowns are chat members scoring thing, says the Greenwood. The more people post, the higher up the board they go. It makes no difference to the host must. Yes. Thank you. I just made it up. Oh, right, hang on. Is that your joke? Is that your joke, Steve, when you say I just made it up, or is that part of another joke, mermaid? You're quite a confusing character sometimes, you know that, Steve. That's why we all like having you about. Stick to the day job, lol, says hippie headmistress. Oh, hang on. Right, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. That's pretty crap, but at least it did make me chuckle a bit, so it can't be awful. I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10. Uh-oh. Who have we got now? Putty cat, yeah.
Yay!
How did you know? Putty cat is here. I like to take showers before... We haven't quite got to that kind of conversation yet, Putty cat. This Christmas, says Dinosaur Dad, I'm getting my wife a wooden leg as a stocking filler.
Wooden leg?
I'm getting my wife a wooden leg as a stocking filler. That is a good joke. I'm going to try and remember that one so I can tell it to somebody else at some point. I like that a lot. But in fact, because it's so short, I'm going to give that one 8 out of 10. Because one thing I never used to really like are jokes that you see that you've got this paragraphs and paragraphs before you get to one punchline at the end, and it's like, oh yeah, great. A short, sweet joke like that, much better. Then, if it's not that good, it doesn't even matter. But it was good, and it's a joke that catches you out ever slightly. It's always going to be a bit good, isn't it? Yes. Thank you, Dino Dad, for that. Well, we're going to book dirty what? Puttycat says, my girlfriend wanted me to fill the bathtub with fill the bathtub up with milk. I asked if she wanted it pasteurized. No, up to my tits. It's fine. Thank you, Puttycat. You can have an 8.5 out of 10 for that one. Brilliant. What a great joke. How can you tell if a blonde's been at a computer? How can you tell if a blonde has been at a computer? Asks Simone. Tip X all over the screen. I kind of spoilt that by reading it out a bit wrong, so sorry, but I do quite like that. I mean, I probably, well, that could be seen as not particularly PC these days. Oh, there we go, a joke within a joke. Yes, well done, me. Of course, I don't find such jokes offensive because they are just jokes after all. I didn't mean actually to do that pun with it. Hello. Fancy seeing you down here. Oh, CC Motion 1998 says, "What up, fam?" What is fam? Is that?
Family.
It means family.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you. You can't have everyone as family though, can you? No, another joke from Puttycat. Oh dear. How's this one going to go? A company made toy Titanics, but they weren't meant to be used in the bathtubs. They were meant for the sink. Did you like that one?
I don't understand.
Toy Titanics, but they weren't meant for the bath. They were made for the sink.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Once you explain a joke, it stops being funny, doesn't it? I'll give that one a 6 out of 10. Thank you, Putty Cat. Very, very nice. Well done indeed. Is that Wilma? Where is Wilma? She's still upstairs.
No, don't bring her down. Don't bring her
No, she's not supposed to be upstairs.
down. No.
You know she's not allowed upstairs.
She's settled upstairs.
Settled. She's not supposed to be upstairs. Settled or otherwise.
Go and check on her.
Yeah. Tell her to come downstairs for a treat that she won't get. Yeah. Oh, right. Hippie headmistress. What's a pig's favourite karate move? A pork chop. 3 out of 10 for that. Mermaids don't wear thongs. Boaty knows. Okay. Well, obviously a mermaid couldn't wear a thong. Where would you put a thong unless you stick it on your head? You can switch off the crowns in your settings. It just got on my nerves. Does it have some downsides to it? Or did maybe like you get people being a bit too competitive over being right at the top? I don't know. Mustard, I'm baking some chicken. Mustard, I'm baking some chicken. Should I give some to my dog? Well, if you want to, you might as well do. If you've got too much and you've still got a dog, then why not? Share your food with your dog. It'll only make you grow closer. Oh, bugger, I had the settings on top chat. Sorry if I missed the comment, says Andrew Buttergeek. But the thing is, you don't have to worry about missing the comments. It's me that's supposed to worry about that, not you. And John Bollocks is here as well. I do like that name. So simple. It's really John Bollocks. Even better because it's spelt without an H.
I think my tablet's charged. I'm going to do my chess and lingo now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And because you spelt it with an X instead of a CKS, even better. Cut straight to the point. It's Bollocks. John Bollocks. Welcome. And again. Thank you, John Bollocks. Another Putty Cat joke. A semi-truck full of ramen noodle caught fire today and the whole shipment was considered ruined. The total loss of about $73. Oh, come on. I don't know what those are, but presumably they're not really worth very much. Presumably. I need some more kid-friendly with my jokes. Well, it doesn't matter too much now because they've gone back upstairs again. I mean, they were quite excited to know that you're here. And don't get too excited yourself because the only reason they like you is because of your name, Putty Cat. I don't think they like your jokes. Who does? Well, I mean, I do, but not everybody else has to do. You know, tell me your jokes. I'll read them out. And we have one from Baldrick, and it does seem to just turn into another joke fest, but yeah, I don't really mind. I don't mind. It's better than me telling you about my day because you wouldn't be massively interested in that. Baldrick says, I was told the squirrel joke the other day. Having seen the actual fall out of the tree. Seriously, right, I see. I almost forgot about that joke already. What do you call a noodle bowl that was accidentally made up from a much smaller intended? A faux cup. Ah, right. I don't even know if that's a joke, to be honest. Mustard, why are you passing out farts to your viewers? I am, but I've only done so far 2. And not everybody really wants them. If they pop out, I won't hide them. I'll just do them and I'll award them to whoever happens to be there. Because you want one, isn't it? That's why. You don't get wind on Hubnut's live streams, says Steve Colg. No, does Hubnut do many live streams? I don't know. I am a subscriber of Hubnuts, but I have to also admit that I don't tend to watch his videos very often. And that is because, same thing as usual, time. Once I've finished doing this, I'm going to have a couple of hours to try and cobble together this video idea that I have from some other bits of other things I have. Whilst I think about how I could possibly edit the next one, it all takes an awful lot of time. So sorry. That's the problem with wearing a microphone, isn't it? Have I missed some again? What did the dog say when he sat on steel wool? Rough. 1 out of 10 for that one. Well done. That's an achievement, hippie headmistress. Chicken meat must be no bones for your dog, says follow the light. Yeah, that's true. Do you reckon that's what Puddy Cat meant? Just feed the whole lot to the dog? Because, yeah, I mean, you're right. They will just chomp through it all regardless and then just suffer the next day with spiky bits coming out and causing pain. Mustard, how was your day? What did you do? Asks Puddy Cat. I went down to the yard briefly today and I spent a couple of hours there and got nothing, practically nothing at all done because of a couple of distractions. Cartoba is here. Hello, Cartoba. And I'll tell the person that told her to make jokes forgettable. Well, no, it's just that it's not, the joke isn't forgettable. It's just that I forgot it because I carried on reading this here. I remember this last time, there was another live stream I did and it's full of jokes, like from beginning to end, some really, really funny stuff. Once I'd finished, I couldn't remember one of them because, you know, I'm straight on to someone else. Tracy needs to be the next one for mustard jar to be empty soon. I see. Yeah, I don't. Does anybody like mustard? Maybe I should start selling mustard. Mustard, are you going out for Sunday stroll tomorrow, followed by Sunday lunch? Asks Follow the Light. No, I've not been prepared. Would have been a good idea actually to make a dinner tomorrow, but instead I'll probably have to be popping down to work because of the little amount of time I've had chance to do it over the past week. I went and paid my rent today. I had to pay 2 weeks worth because I just wasn't about last week. And I'm thinking, well, I'm paying this money out. It's good value for what it is, but it isn't good value because I'm not making any use of it at the moment. So it's a bit disappointing. Looks like we might have another joke from Puddy Cat. Here we go. I called my wife and told her that I'll pick up pizza and Coke on the way back from work. But it seems she was not happy. She still regrets letting me name the kids. Good, yeah, excellent. Yeah, I'll give that a 4 out of 10. Tonic, what lies at the bottom of the sea and quivers? A nervous wreck. Oh, that's a Christmas cracker joke, that one. I bet that's where you got it from as well, isn't it? Hey, go on, admit it. You got that from a Christmas cracker. 2 out of 10 for that one. I do like the idea of trying to make the worst possible joke just to get the lowest possible score. Surely that's easier than getting the best one. My pizza is burnt, says Puddy Cat. My beer is frozen and my girlfriend is pregnant. I can't pull anything else in time. It's a pity I saw that one just the other day because that really did kind of hit. No, I don't mean that it's relevant to me because it's not, but I do like that one. If I just read that one, I probably would have been going for a 7 out of 10, but I'm going to go for a 6 just to be on the safe side, which obviously you need to do in the future. I'm not a fan of exit signs, says Dinosaur. Dad, I think they're on their way out. Ooh, that's shite. That's shocking, Ross. Shocking. 2 out of 10. 1 out of 10 have arrived. Oh, Emma Lemon is here. I don't want to talk. Okay. If it makes you feel bad, what sits at the bottom of the sea with an Xbox controller? Ditto. I'll find that one in a minute, won't I? Because you've left it a while by the looks of it. Not going out, Steve, partying in it. But maybe it seems to be talking about going out for some reason. What kind of beer are you enjoying this evening, Mustard? Asks Putty Cat. That's a good question. Because it is. I'm enjoying this beer. This is lovely. This is Big Job from the St. Austin Brewery in Cornwall. It's very, very hoppy. It's very zesty. It's 7.2%. So it's not one to quaff. It's one to take a bit easy. But it is exceedingly refreshing as well. It's a bit like having a fizzy white wine that's got some pine cleaner in it as well. That's the best way. Why so many of us actually like beer that tastes a bit like cleaning products these days, I really don't know, but I'm one of them. Rave, Andrew. Rave. You'll never know. I think my raving days are over. What do sex and pizza have in common, asks Putty Cat. It's not very good when you buy it from a gas station. Okay, yeah, all right. I'll give you a 4 out of 10 for that one. Mustard, have you added any new fish to the tank recently? Actually, today we did, for the first time in about 9 months. We bought 4 rosy barbs because we felt that the tank was looking a little bit lonely in places. Crack out the glow sticks. Does anyone here know of a good petrol-proof sealing potion? Petrol-proof sealing potion. I don't know what that means, Cartober. You lot stopped reading the news 6 years ago, says Steve Kulg. Well, I think actually this is one of the reasons why people have become so much more opinionated these days, is because there's not time to read all of the news. You just read the bits that you like the sound of. Did you know the technical term for a lesbian? Tongue and groove. Thanks, Simone. Thank you. I'll give you a 5 for that one. Emma says, why do beers and ales often make you sound like you've been named by an 8-year-old schoolboys? I don't know. Big Job. Well, Proper Job was the original hoppy beer from St. Austell. Proper Job. It was like the proper job of making a beer. That's really it. And the Big Job's just like a bigger version of it, like a more robust and fruity and get you pissed version of it. Basically, that's all that is, I think. Anyway, Gib Budge beer. What's the most amusing beer name out there, do you reckon? Oh no, Baldrick, no. Get a bottle of Man's Brown Ale, only £1. That's because it's not that good. That's why. Any beer in a bottle that costs £1 is going to be lacking something, and with Man's beer, it's beer. Unless you really like your beer like that, and I'm not really too keen. Thank you, hippie headmistress. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Lean beef. 3 out of 10 for that. Our local cow pushing groups are out. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I've never done cow pushing, cow tipping. But I've known a few people who have. And I always wondered what it would be like if all the cows just lined up together. Because you push one and have that kind of domino effect and they all just tip each other over. And now I'm thinking, what a cruel idea. What a cruel thing to do. No, cow tipping is not a nice thing. I like zero alcohol Guinness, says follow the light. I haven't tried it. I can't honestly say I really fancy a beer that's had, one of the best parts of it taken away. Is this a joke channel? Can I phone Frankie Boyle up? Yeah, you can. Frankie Boyle's a member of the channel, so why not? Yes, why not? I mean, something you might use to seal a petrol tank, says Cartober. Well, that's probably what I should have thought of. I was just to read between, the confusion there. Well, you could weld it, I suppose, but I don't know. Mustard gasoline here is $2.90 a gallon, which is about 77 cents a litre. How much is petrol in your area? A lot more than that. It's about consider also the difference between the dollar and the pound. I think it's about 80 or 0.8 of a dollar for a pound. Or is it 0.8 of a pound for a dollar? It might be that actually. Yeah, or 80 pence for a dollar. I'm sure that's what the exchange is. And here it's about £1.40 for a litre. So yeah, we're paying twice the amount for the same stuff. Punnycat says, did you hear Mike Tyson was just arrested for nearly beating a Pizza Hut waitress to death? As he finished eating, she asked, "Hey, mister, want a box for the rest of your pizza?" Oh, what a terrible joke! I'll give you a 3 out of 10 for that one. It's been going over 100 years. Something must be right, says Baldrick. Well, it's been going over 100 years. I can't remember what it was the last thing you said. Not my live stream. A gallon is bigger in the UK than it is in America, says Follow the Light. Do they still sell Fosters in the UK, asks Andrew. Yes, they do. It's not that popular, though. I mean, in this country, there's a lot more interest in the craft ale than what there ever was. I mean, it's been a bit of an explosion of craft ales, in fact, and these session lagers have kind of gone out of fashion, except for session purposes. But what I always found with stuff like Foster's and, remember, Skoll, that you've got to drink them really cold, otherwise they're disgusting. And you've got to drink them quickly, because otherwise they'll warm up and they'll be disgusting. And that means that you don't really save any money. And you can just glug absolutely loads of them, don't have any effect, and then wish you'd had something nice instead. Andrew says, as an Australian, I'd like to apologise for the joke of the beer that we gave to UK. Thank you. I'm going to say, I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10 for that non-joke, because it was a good joke. £1.30, 1.99 a litre, says Follow the Light. What do you call a man with no arms and legs at a pool? Bob! Thank you, hippie headmistress. I'm sure I heard that one when I was at school. So I'm going to give you a 3 out of 10 for that. Cartober, £1.28 here. Normally we're more expensive than the rest of the country, but at the moment we seem to have it cheaper. I have no idea what's going on. Well, the prices of petrol and diesel go up and down all of the time. Do you remember when there was a point where people would choose diesel because diesel was cheaper than petrol? It was cheaper because there's a lot less going on to actually create the stuff. And then it's like, oh, everyone's buying diesel. Let's put the price up. Mustard, that means petrol in your area is equivalent to £1.86 per US dollar. We don't have to travel as far, though, to get to the other end of the country. Foster's is shit beer. Man's brown. My price for it was unleaded E10, says a follow the light. What do you call a man with no arms and legs sitting at the front door? Matt. Two out of 10. Thank you very much, Andrew Buttigieg. Jim Bob II says, I'd rather drink the piss in Nettie than a pint of Foster's. Given the choice, just ask, you know. What do you call a man with a car on his head? Jack. I think these are getting worse. That's no more than a 1, that one. Where do you find a tortoise with no legs? Where you left it. Thank you, Gaz and a Trike. 3 out of 10 for that one, I reckon. A tortoise with no legs is a pie, says Baldrick. Maybe you're thinking the same kind of thing as I am, where I always used to think a tortoise that was upside down with its legs in looked a bit like a pie. Foster's and Budweiser don't pass over my lips. I don't see the point. I don't see the point in having something like that. You may as well just drink water, hadn't you? You could put something in the water to make it fizzy and make it yellow. That's where the piss thing comes from. What do you call a lady with one leg? Eileen. Yes, Andrew, thank you. 2 out of 10. Yeah, diesel is actually a byproduct of making petrol, says Cartober. That was part of why Rudolf Diesel thought it was such a good idea. Sadly, he fell off a boat. Yeah, a byproduct. And the diesel engine was actually designed to run on peanut oil, I believe. Cheaper than priests. Why chop its legs off? Petrol is the cheapest on Sundays. Maybe it's the cheapest on Sundays everywhere. Anyway, so there we go. I usually think when I've got to the bottom of the comments, that means live stream over with. And I did think I'd probably do an hour at the most because I'm out of practice with this, if indeed you need practice. I'm not really sure whether that actually helps or not. I'm thinking about disruptions, thinking about all these other kind of things, and none of it's really happened. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and thank you all very, very much for actually being here to welcome me back, so to speak. If you'd like me to do more live streams, then I will do. But I'm not going to be doing them, I'm not going to promise to do them that often because I just can't. I haven't got time in the evenings to do live streams. So there. Yeah? You know. Why did the live stream end? No more comment. Baldrick says, I enjoyed my first live stream. Is that the first live stream you've ever been on? That's interesting. Less sleep, more live streams. Great live. Thank you very, very much. I will, let's say, I'll try and do one every month or so. Okay? Now, thanks everyone for being here and joining with the comments and the jokes and everything like that. And a super big thank you to the Greenwood for the moderation, of which there wasn't really a lot needed tonight, probably. But it is helpful to have you here, just in case. And there we go. That's it. So, bye-bye. Thanks again. Bye.